7, bear hunting could soon be possible again in Florida. Why wildlife officials believe this could be a good way to cut down on bear and people interaction. Plus, a new arrest made in a 2-year-old cold case involving a deadly crash that left one woman dead. The reaction from the victim's family.
Tonight's primetime lineup on WESH 2 is sponsored by Headquarter Hyundai, your headquarters for savings. Shop the Big HQ for the best prices on your next vehicle.
I'm older, and I lost my daughter, and nothing can give me my daughter back.
2 years after her daughter was killed in a police pursuit, a grieving mother has finally seen steps towards justice. The charges the man faces and why the victim's family plans to sue Orlando police.
Tonight, so many questions surrounding the deaths of Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog. The front door left open, found dead in different rooms. What police are saying tonight.
Sanford police say they are looking for a really creepy man, or possibly men, who are stalking women. I'm Michelle Meredith with WESH 2 News. I'll explain coming up.
For the first time in 10 years, a child dies from the measles. What you need to know about a disease that was once non-existent.
WESH 2 News starts right now.
Signs of justice for an Orange County family after a deadly crash. After 2 years, police say they have arrested the man who killed Delmy Alvarez at Paramore and Anderson Street in Orlando. Jacarius Grace faced a judge this afternoon on several charges, including vehicular homicide. WESH 2 tonight, Rodriguez sat down with Alvarez's family. Lopez is pursuing a lawsuit against Orlando police. The passenger who was with Alvarez has already filed a lawsuit, but her lawyer did not want to speak right now. OPD tells us it does not comment on pending litigation. Grace is being held on a $21,000 bond. Now to the latest on the death investigation of Gene Hackman and his wife. Investigators have been at the couple's Santa Fe home for nearly 24 hours looking for clues into their mysterious deaths, and investigators say their deaths are suspicious. Reporter Sasha Leninger is in Santa Fe and has the latest from police. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is demanding transparency from the Orlando Police Department after a high-speed chase killed an innocent pedestrian earlier this month. While a suspect has been charged in connection to Gerald Neal's death, his family says the officer in an unmarked truck who engaged in the pursuit is at fault, and they are calling for the release of dash cam and body camera video from the crash.
The family needs transparency. The community needs transparency. Who is this officer? Why did he not follow the policies and procedures? Why was he chasing the person in the first place?
According to the Orlando Police Department, there is no dash cam video of the pursuit, and they say FHP has asked them to police to not release the body-worn camera footage at this time. Tina Algio, the woman charged with shooting and killing Michal Svetkov during a road rage encounter in December, made her first appearance in court on the new murder charge today. The state requested Algio remain held with no bond, and that was granted by the judge. She's charged with second-degree murder. State Attorney Monique Worrell says after seeing video of the shooting, she decided to present the case to a grand jury. A pretrial hearing is set for next Tuesday, but Algio's attorney says that he will be out of state, so there's a chance we could see a further delay. A new audit is blasting a contract by one of the county's departments, saying it grossly overpaid taxpayer money for a program designed to help seniors. WESH 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox walks us through the report and talks with the head of the local charity that got the money. The contract in question is called a sole source contract, one that is done without any competitive bidding. So in special cases when it's believed that only one vendor can do the job. We reached out to the mayor's office to find out more about this odd and expensive contract, and we will update our story when we hear back. Daytona Beach is about to get loud. Bike Week rolls into town tomorrow. Hundreds of thousands of people are expected, which is great for business, but also means law enforcement is working overtime. Bike Week always draws huge crowds, but also huge concerns, and safety is always at the center of the conversation. Officers will be everywhere. FDOT is also working to clean up the roads and limit distractions. There will also be road closures and detours on roads that usually see a lot of traffic. But despite all these measures, the chief's message to riders is to be patient and don't let it get violent.
You have a lot of people with different various levels of experience on motorcycles, so everybody's not going to go at the same pace.
Last year, Halifax Health saw 100 bike-related trauma admissions, 18 of which were head injuries. Main Street and a section of Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard will be closed down for cars and restricted to only motorcycles from tomorrow through March 9th.
Take a look at this view. Intuitive Machines posted these pics online, courtesy of its next lunar lander, Athena. IM says the probe is in good shape and preparing for a series of engine firings to get on the right course to the moon. Athena was packed inside a Falcon 9 that blasted off from the Kennedy Space Center last night. Intuitive Machines says Athena is set to land near the moon's south pole on March 6th. And check out this view from the Blue Ghost. Firefly's lunar lander is just days away from touchdown, and it's getting closer to the surface. Firefly posted this video yesterday as it continues its lunar orbit. The company says Blue Ghost will reach its final destination no earlier than 3:34 in the morning on Sunday. Blue Origin's also making news today by announcing its new crew of space tourists. First, it's an all-female crew for the first of its kind in decades. Secondly, it's got some big women names on board, including global pop star Katy Perry, CBS News anchor Gayle King, and Lauren Sanchez, who is a girlfriend of Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos. Also on the crew, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowie, research scientist Amanda Wynn, and Carrie Ann Flynn, who has had successful careers in fashion and human resources. The ladies are set to launch aboard a New Shepard rocket sometime this spring. Blue says this is the first all-female flight crew since Russian Valentina Terakova's solo flight back in 1963.
Sanford police say they are looking for a really creepy man or possibly men who are stalking women. I'm Michelle Meredith with WESH 2 News. I'll explain coming up.
And the measles outbreak out west is spreading. I'll tell you what you need to know about how dangerous this disease can be. Tony.
Man, I tell you what, it was a perfect day today, but a front will move in quietly overnight tonight and change our temperature profiles as we head into Friday. But some spectacular weather is on the way with a ton of weekend events. I'm breaking them all down for you straight ahead.
On the next Access Hollywood.
I realized that if I want to belong, then I have to know that I belong.
Underrated and underappreciated for too long. Demi Moore's long, hard road to the Oscars. Next Access Hollywood.
Kellyanne Class on WESH 2 News.
The search is on for a man or men trying to follow young girls home from school in Sanford.
WESH 2's Michelle Meredith went back to that neighborhood and explains who police are searching for.
The measles outbreak in Texas has now grown to 124 confirmed cases, and it's now spread over the state line into New Mexico with 9 confirmed cases there. This week, a child died. That is the first death from the measles in 10 years. 25 years ago, the disease was declared eliminated, but doctors say misinformation and fear about vaccines prompted many parents to not have their children inoculated from what can be a deadly disease. So here are some facts to keep in mind. Measles is spread through the air and droplets. Last year, the National Institutes of Health said 40% of people who got the disease required hospitalization. It can lead to severe issues like pneumonia, encephalitis, brain damage, and pregnancy complications. It can also severely impact a person's immune system for years to come. And some health experts say it is equally dangerous in healthy children and adults.
Attorney John Morgan says he is starting his own political party. That announcement is coming and fueling speculation that he could be announcing a run for governor. In a post on X, Morgan said in part, quote, "I am forming a new political party for those stuck in the middle. Our two-party system is broken due to gerrymandering and divisive issues both sides." Morgan would then go on to say that his own lawyer is currently drafting the paperwork and told supporters to stay tuned. Florida wildlife officials will hold a series of online meetings in March and April about the possibility of a return to bear hunting in the state. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission this week said the first meeting on the potential hunt would be held on March 13th. FWC could consider the possible hunt during their May meeting. Bear hunting has long been a controversial issue in Florida, but calls have increased for wildlife officials to approve the first hunt in a decade. Supporters, including Mark Barton, say a hunt could help better manage bear populations as the animals interact with humans.
Don't let people convince you that there's no data. There's plenty of data, and it shows that Florida's bear population is thriving, and it can easily support a limited and highly regulated bear hunt.
Opponents, including Kate McFall with the Humane Society of the United States, argue hunting does not reduce human-bear interactions. She says the state should use non-lethal options to address bear populations.
All right, Tony, we're heading towards a weekend. We've got a big event over in Daytona.
We got a lot of events going on at the Central Florida Fair. You're going to a Monster Jam, right?
Yeah, Monster Jam.
Monster Jam. All right, let's take a look at what's going to be happening now over the next 7 days. As you can see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday just doesn't get much better than that. Low humidity, beautiful temperatures by day, comfortable by night, couple 40s north and west. Tuesday and Wednesday, the temperatures start going up out ahead of our next cold front, which will arrive Wednesday night and Thursday. Now, that's important because the first round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is on Thursday. We're hoping the rain is going to be out by the morning. Of course, we've got plenty of time to update that there for you. Look at Ocala now in the 50s, Orlando 74. Over towards the Kennedy Space Center, we are in good shape. But there's a little bit of smoke from this smoke plume here. That's a lot of ground clutter there, but that's the center of where that brush fire was. And as we widen out the view here, there's the front now south of Mobile, and it'll move on through overnight tonight. Southwest winds become northwesterly, so any smoke here, which has been going offshore, will likely head south and east back towards Titusville and Port Canaveral, depending upon how much smoke is still left from that brush fire. So this evening, temperatures are going to be falling back into the mid-60s by the 11 o'clock hour. We're going to be in pretty good shape. Just a few clouds out there from time to time. And then as we take a look at the morning temperatures now north and west of town, look at that. Citra, 53. Over towards Umatilla, 55. Bushnell, 56. And Claremont, you're coming in at about 56 degrees. Off to the east we head, down towards Melbourne, Palm Bay, Vieira, middle 50s there. Off towards the west, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, on into Winter Haven, middle and upper 50s. Tonight, tomorrow, front comes through. Notice the blue arrow is an indication of where the air is coming from over the continental United States, and that's going to allow for that drier and that cooler air to filter on it. Hey, listen, a normal high, by the way, this time of the year, it's up around 77. We're going to be at or just a little bit below that for tomorrow, and considerably below that up towards Palm Coast, Marineland, over towards Ormond by the Sea, down towards New Smyrna Beach and Oak Hill. We'll be running in the 60s. A little bit warmer down towards Legoland, around 77. Sanford, your 12-hour forecast here looks great from start to finish. 60s into the 70s, falling back into the 60s by mid-evening. Golfcast looks great. Beautiful tee times in the morning. Wonderful by the afternoon. Don't forget the sunblock now, getting closer to the 1st of March. Higher sun angle, easier to burn. Sunburns are not a function of the temperature. It's the function of the height of the sun above the horizon. It's getting higher and higher. Saturday, Sunday, comfortable weather, low humidity. Perfect weather. Get out there and enjoy it. Let's take a look at the Central Florida Fair Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get on over there, ride a couple rides, get some cotton candy, funnel cakes, all the things you eat when you go to those fairs. Bike week looks good. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 68, 74, and 70. Then for Monster Jam, Pit Party 73. Gates open at 5:74. 7 o'clock temperature right around 70. Quick look now at early next week. High pressure slides to the east, and while that's going on up front, begins to push into the northern Gulf late Tuesday and Wednesday, arriving in Central Florida Wednesday night and Thursday. So putting it all together for you one more time. Perfect through Monday, getting a little bit more humid and a little hot there by Wednesday before our next cold front arrives Wednesday night on into Thursday.
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all? Why, Shrek, of course.
Ew, Dad.
Ooh, Mama light.
Okay, that trailer just made Stuart laugh out loud. Okay, everyone's favorite ogre is coming back to the big screen. This is the first look at Shrek 5. It stars original cast members Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy, but Zendaya is now joining the lineup, playing the role of Shrek and Fiona's daughter. The movie is set to be released December of next year. I think Stuart's going to go see this one.
Well, I don't think I have a choice.
Yeah, that's true. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Shark Coatings.
Every morning, WESH 2 News Sunrise is here with live coverage of what matters most to you from across Orlando and Central Florida. When it's breaking news you're looking for, we've got it.
Happening right here in Orlando.
When it's an accurate forecast you want, we've got it.
Sunshine this morning, but clouds this afternoon.
When it's a clear view of the road ahead you need, we've got
It's
it.
impacting those westbound drivers here.
Get up and go with everything you need to know, because we've got it all here on WESH 2 News Sunrise, starting weekdays at 4:30 a.m.
A school bus caught fire in Ohio, and thanks to the bus driver, all of the students on board were able to get out safely.
This happened in Cleveland Heights this morning. Take a look at these pictures. Bus driver being praised for acting quickly and helping get all 15 of those kids out. A neighbor who lives nearby says they heard that big boom before seeing the bus then catch fire. That neighbor also says she saw flames shooting from the gas tank. The cause remains under investigation.
Gotta love a fast-acting bus driver.
Saved lives in this incident.
Absolutely. Note to self, make sure you're always talking to that bus driver. All right.
Yes.
Guys, we are covering a lot of different stories tonight. One of them is about a man who thought he bought a used car online. He had the title and plates in his hand. Only problem, the car was actually stolen. How suspected fraudsters are now cloning cars, and the red flags police say you need to watch out for so you don't become a victim. Plus, community members are coming together to remember the late state senator Geraldine Thompson tonight, the impact she had on Orange County during her decades in public service here tonight at 11.
All right, Summer, thank you. That does it for now. Be sure to join us again at 10 o'clock over the CW18, 11 right here on WESH 2.
And the news is always on WESH.com and the free WESH 2 News mobile app. Have a wonderful night.